Hello, aviation enthusiasts. Welcome back to Aeroonline, your hub for the latest aviation stories. This week, we're taking off with updates on new routes, cutting-edge technology, and dramatic in-flight incidents. Let's dive in.
WestJet cabin crew begin strike. WestJet flight attendants began a strike, forcing the airline to cancel hundreds of flights. The airline introduced flexible rebooking while negotiations continue. Firefighting helicopters collide in Greece. Two Bell 214ST firefighting helicopters collided while battling a wildfire in Greece. One helicopter crashed, killing two crew members, while the other landed safely. Iberia A320 nose gear incident. An Iberia A320 suffered a nose landing gear problem after landing in Split. No injuries were reported, and the incident is under investigation. Lufthansa to retire older jets. Lufthansa plans to retire or ground older A340-600s and 747-400s to reduce fuel costs. The move depends on the arrival of newer aircraft. Eve begins eVTOL transition tests. Eve Air Mobility has begun transition flight tests for its eVTOL aircraft. The milestone brings the company closer to certification and commercial service. First production MC21310 flies. The first production MC21310 completed its maiden flight with Russian-built PD-14 engines. The aircraft will continue testing before entering commercial service. Air India A320 Turbulence Injures 14. An Air India A320 Neo encountered severe turbulence, injuring 14 passengers and crew. The aircraft landed safely in Delhi, and the incident is under investigation. Colombia orders two KC-390s. Colombia has ordered two Embraer KC-390 military transport aircraft. The jets will strengthen the country's transport, refueling, and humanitarian capabilities. A350F completes vibration testing. Airbus has completed ground vibration testing on its first A350F prototype. The milestone moves the freighter closer to its first flight later in 2026. Air India names Tewolde Gebremariam as CEO. Air India has appointed former Ethiopian Airlines CEO Tewolde Gebremariam as its new chief executive. He will lead the airline's next phase of restructuring and growth. Bahamas imposes retroactive aviation fees. The Bahamas is charging retroactive air navigation fees for flights dating back to 2021. The move has raised concerns among aircraft operators and aviation groups. Joby and Adams plan U.S. Vertiport network. Joby Aviation and Adams will develop a network of vertiports across major U.S. cities. The project aims to support the future launch of Joby's electric air taxi service. Swiss to retire A220-100. Yes, Swiss will retire its A220-100 fleet by the end of 2027 and standardize on the larger A220-300. The move will simplify operations and increase capacity on regional routes. FAA probes Marine One incident. The FAA is investigating a separation incident involving Marine One and an Envoy Air regional jet near Washington, D.C. Both aircraft continued safely, and no injuries were reported. Explosive drone found at Leipzig airport. German authorities are investigating a drone carrying explosives found at Leipzig/Halle airport. The device was safely diffused, and the incident has raised concerns about airport security. FAA orders 737 MAX crack inspections. The FAA ordered inspections of 471 Boeing 737 MAX aircraft for possible cracks near the forward galley door. The inspections aim to detect structural problems early and will begin from September 2026. Airbus delivers 67 jets in July. Airbus delivered 67 aircraft in July, reaching 418 deliveries in 2026. Despite supply chain problems, the company remains ahead of last year's pace and aims for 870 deliveries by year-end. Airbus books 204 July orders. Airbus recorded 204 orders in July, surpassing 1,000 orders in 2026. Strong demand continues, although supply chain problems are limiting aircraft deliveries.
That wraps up this week on Aeroonline. What stories stood out the most to you? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more aviation updates. Until next time, clear skies and safe travels. That wraps up this week on Aero.